What's up, guys and gals? Hope everyone's doing great out there. I'm your favorite country gamer, GoGuard18, here with SMC Gaming, bringing you the first in our new Is It Worth a Buy series, also known as the GoGuard Ain't Gonna Sell You No Broke Ass Shit series. In the first episode, we're going to cover a game that gets a lot of love on our channel, both on YouTube and Twitch, Miscreated. It never fails. During my stream, someone's going to ask me, is it worth a buy? Well, Uncle GoGuard is going to break it down for you. I'm going to cover all the points listed on the game's features page and give you my honest assessment of what I, as just someone who dropped 25 bones on this alpha, have seen so far. So let's kick this shindig off and be sure to stay tuned for the end where I'll give you my final assessment of Miscreated. Now, first up is going to be realistic bullet physics. Now, currently, bullet physics are not noticeable to me, John Q player. However, kills still are very satisfying, and it feels awesome when you line up that perfect shot and you see your enemy drop like a sack of potatoes. Wow, that's a lot of words to read. Glad I gave you an extra 3 seconds to read all them words, huh? In-depth crafting. Now, at this time, only bandages and nail knuckles can be crafted. Now, I've asked the folks at Entrada about this, and they have stated once the netcode is solid, more crafting will be added. The crafting menu's there. You can mess around with it and play around with it, but in its current state, it's very basic. So look for more to this to come very soon. Seriously, folks, I swear you didn't come here today for a reading test. I promise. But now we're going to cover the unique construction system. Now, at its current state, base building is not in-game. However, the footage has been released and shows something very similar to the base building system used in, that other game that just came out a couple of weeks ago, Zombies, and anyway. Let me stress that images of Miscreated's base building were released at the same time as H1Z1. In this case, you're dealing with an indie developer, so while things may move just a tad bit more slowly, they are in no way lacking in quality or polish. When this thing is finally implemented and the netcode is solid, it's going to be great. I'm sure of it. I can't wait to see it. Now, at current random encounters, I have yet to see a random encounter about as random as it gets at its current pace is when I randomly fat finger the fire button and scare the shit out of myself. Dynamic item spawns. Now, as the game stands today, there are currently no vehicles in play. The folks at Entrada have stated that it is on their priority list, and it will be awesome when they finally do arrive. I mean, come on. Who hasn't always wanted to make the bus from Dawn of the Dead? I mean, yeah, there's my bitch. Come to Papa. Anyway, as I was saying, weapons and clothes are in-game, however, and there's plenty of loot to grab, with more being added constantly. The varieties and flavors of camouflage and clothing is constantly changing, and weapons are being added too. Gear isn't so hard to find that it's crushing to lose, but isn't so easy that new spawns are geared up and shooting you in the face again within 5 minutes of joining the server. It really doesn't hurt you to go out and do PvP in this game. It's actually quite fun. Persistent characters. Now, you must know that this is an early access alpha. This is currently the case. However, it must be noted as such that sometimes during the development cycle there will need to be wipes. Like I said earlier though, there's enough gear so it isn't as crushing as it could be. A wipe isn't a deal breaker in this game. Comprehensive inventory system. It works exactly as advertised. You can even server hop and keep your gear. It doesn't matter if there's more population on one server, you can jump there, get in the action with the exact same loot you had on the other server. It's really quite awesome that way. Incapacitation system. Now at this stage, this system is not in place. However, if you by some chance happen to cross paths with a bullet fired from my gun and end up getting shot, you can heal yourself using bandages found in the world or utilizing the crafting system and long sleeve shirts to make makeshift bandages. The food and water system works like it should. You be a big dummy and you don't eat, you die. You run, you get thirsty and you don't drink, you die. Who'da thunk it? I know, crazy concept. Here's a little pro tip for you, though. If you find yourself a canteen, go stand in the river, drink, refill, all the way to 100%, top it off, take off, get back in the fight. Also, works in the ocean right now as salt water is currently drinkable. The radiation system. I mean, it is a post-nuclear apocalypse game. Who'd have thunk it? Radiation is real. Now, here's your little pro tip. If you decide to go do a little spelunking in the cave, stack up on anti-rad pills. You can thank me later. Permadeath. That's right. In Miscreated, when you die, you're done. Finito. Finish. No moss, no respawns. $25 down the crapper. No, I'm just kidding. You totally get to respawn. But you respawn without any of your crap. And if you make it back in its current state, you can't loot your body. You cannot see your own body. However, friends can loot your body as well as enemies if you're running solo. So, yeah, it's a good old post-apocalyptic survival game. There's going to be some shoot and loot. And please, loot all you want. Shoot all you want. Get plenty of ammo because I need to rearm when I kill you. Free-for-all PvP could not be more true. Will you be a KOS, kill-on-sight, asshole bandit, or a helper of the Bambis, a savior of the fresh spawns? This is for you to decide. The recent addition of VoIP has made grouping up much easier. Just watch out. A little pro tip for you. We can all hear what you're talking about. Compelling PV. Oh my God, that's a lot of words. You thought the reading was done. Nope. Suck it up, Buttercup. We ain't nowhere near finished yet. Anyway, compelling PvE. Right now, there is one mutant type in game. There are more coming down the pipe. Get it? Mutants coming down the pipe. Never mind. I will say that the current model looks a bit dated. And once again, this is an indie team, and they have stated that the current model is old and was used until a replacement could be finished. It's around 4 years old, so pay no mind. He kind of looks like that guy from Doom, but we won't hold that against him. Dynamic weather system. Now, I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? 5 points if you can tell me who sang that. Drop it in the comments below. On a serious note, I have seen fog and I have seen rain in the game, and both look great. Really makes me look forward to seeing how snow and wind affects and how they play into tracking other players. Wind to muffle the sound, snow to track footprints. Could get interesting. Full day-night cycle. Totally busted. Not there. Total crap. Doesn't work at all. Just kidding. If you can't figure that out and you're making a game, just pack it up, dude. Go home. You don't even need to be here. Anyway, both are currently worked as advertised, and the night sky is amazing. When I first started this game up, it was nighttime, and I honestly just sat there and looked around at the stars and the moon for a couple of minutes. It is that gorgeous. First and third person camera views. Yep, they're there, staples of the PC genre. While good old third person view is here, it does not seem like a version that will be easy to abuse such as in other games. Yeah. I'm looking at you, every Arma mod ever. Persistent world. Now currently it's advertised as 64 square kilometers. While I have not walked every bit of it off, I can say that there is no way this map in its present state is 64 square kilometers. However, the dev team are constantly updating the map and adding huge new areas with exciting landmarks to explore. They recently added a military base where there is always action these days. We'll cover that in a future Let's Play, so be sure to come back and check out some awesome action from there. Item storage. 'Tis true, you can drop your gear on the ground, and anyone can pick it up. Another man's trash is, in Miscreated, probably still just trash. A bounty system. Currently not in place, and I for one am glad, because I love you all, but I can be a dick sometimes, so yeah, kind of glad that's not there. Underground areas. Now, as stated above, there already is a cave in the game. Hint hint, wink wink, it's where we found the generator in another video that you totally need to go watch. It looks good, and I'm ready to see more of those subterranean areas. Seriously, Entrada, you listening? Well, there you have it, folks. If you've stuck around this long, you might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button because apparently you like it what I'm putting down. And if not, well, then you're not hearing this anyway. So, yeah. I've covered all of the selling points listed on this game's website and given you a little info as a consumer on each one. Most listed features are there in one form or another. Now, as it stands, we're currently getting a patch about every week and a half to 2 weeks. Now, sometimes, such as was the case this week, you get one that hits without notice to fix some unforeseen issues. This is great because it shows you these guys are serious about giving us a full working gaming experience. I must also state that this game runs smooth and does so even on systems a little lacking in the GPU area, as CryEngine is a more CPU intensive system. Now, the biggie. Is it worth $25? I, of my own opinion and free will, must say yes. Even in its current state, the game is worth the $25 entry point. The game is very playable and very fun. People have paid to get into far more hyped and broken alphas, and one from about a year ago in particular. Now, as always, your mileage may vary. These guys seem quick to respond to issues, interact with their player base, and are open to your input. These, to me, are very important things to consider when you buy into an early access alpha. If you have the cash to spare and want to get in on the ground floor of an awesome and growing game, support an indie team, and have some fun, Miscreated is definitely worth checking out. Now, you can find out more at miscreatedgame.com. And if you want to see more gameplay, we got some good stuff on here, and we play this game quite often during our Twitch stream. Now, the info for that can be found below. As always, folks, hit that like and subscribe button for more great content. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, this is GoGuard18, signing off.